Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Armory. Today we'll be doing a review on the Elite Force CQB Revolver. Now the CQB Revolver comes packaged in the typical Elite Force box. It's a cardboard box, opens from the top, has all the trades of Elite Force, all their social media propaganda, and then all the important warnings and everything here. Now this particular gun says out of the box it's shooting right around 320 with a .2 gram. It is a 6-shot revolver. It talks about it is an all-metal gun. It uses a 12-gram CO2 cartridge, and it is 6mm. Now 6mm refers to the BB, and today we have Elite Force 6mm .2-gram BBs. Now these guns have done extremely well since they came onto the market. The biggest issue people have had is finding a revolver that shoots either field limit or CQB limit, and most revolvers shoot right around 500 to 550 FPS with a 2.0, and most revolvers are CO2. A lot of kids will go to Walmart and buy one of the revolvers there, and they shoot entirely too hot to play at local fields. So thank you, Elite Force, for coming out with an awesome revolver that shoots CQB limits. Let's open the box. Right off the bat, we will find an owner and operator manual. These are important to read through because it tells you all the functions of the gun in a few different languages. It tells you how to clean the barrel, how to keep dirt out of the barrel, how to change shells, how to use a speed loader, and etc. etc. Also goes over FPS and all the attributes of the gun. Also included in your operator's manual is your registration for the pistol. This would talk about your warranty on the pistol and all that good stuff. Here's the actual card talking about the warranty. Do not return this product to the store. Air guns and airsoft guns must return to the manufacturer for service, repair, or replacement. Then they give you a nice little propaganda, what's in your mag for their BBs. Awesome, awesome BBs. The first thing we're going to look at in the box is, of course, the shells. This pistol actually comes with 6 extra shells, not including the 6 that are in the pistol already. So you get a total of 12 shells in this pistol. You also get the Allen key that comes with all of their CO2 pistols, their 1911s, their revolver, and I believe some of the non-blowback ones also include this here Allen key. It fits in the bottom here, which we'll look at here in a little bit. Also included in this box is the speed loader. The speed loader, which I'll demonstrate here in a little bit, is an awesome attribute to carry in your pocket with all the shells that are already loaded, because you can just drop the other 6 shells, push this in, and when you push it in, it will release the spring and release all 6 shells. So what's included? You get 12 shells, the Allen key to change the CO2, the trusty speed loader, and of course the CO2 revolver. Now this revolver here is a double action revolver, and what double action means is I can pull the trigger and it will fire every time, or I can actually rack the hammer and pull the trigger. I prefer the method of just pulling the trigger to fire the gun. It's a lot easier and a lot faster to manipulate the pistol in the way you need it to be manipulated to shoot your opponent. To release the shells, pull back on this lever here and push out the holder. Now all 6 shells are there, and they release and drop out. Super simple. Now these shells are compatible with most revolvers on the market. I found that my speed loaders for my Dan Wessons actually work for this revolver, and as do the shells. You load 1 single BB in the tip there in each shell, and to load it without the speed loader, you would drop a shell in right like that. And then once you get 6 shells loaded, the gun is ready to fire. I will now demonstrate on how to use the speed loader. Now sometimes these speed loaders can be kind of tricky to use. They're not all user friendly. They're not all super easy to use, but once you get the hang of it on how to use it, they become pretty simple. So what you're going to do is put all 6 shells in there. You're going to turn it till it clicks. You're going to push in and turn it till it clicks. Now the shells will not fall out of there, and they are loaded. And typically you would put BBs in here and have it loaded, but for demonstration purposes, we're just going to show you how to load it. So you would stick the shells in and push. All you have to do is put pressure forward and down, and what will happen will those shells will drop right into there, and that is a loaded pistol. And what this is made for is to put your spare 6 shells that are loaded in here, lock it down, and put it in your pack, in your utility pouch, or a pistol pouch, and have it ready to go for when you empty and use all the 6 shells that are loaded in here. You can just drop those out quick, push this in, and you're ready to fire again. Now I'd like to demonstrate on how to load a CO2 cartridge into your CQB revolver. You're going to need your Allen key, some CO2, and we are using Umarex's 12-gram high-grade CO2. You will access the CO2 compartment by the bottom of the pistol, and you just simply unthread the cap. You're going to remove the cap. The CO2 cartridge will fit in there with the valve down, right like that. You can then by hand set the cap back in there. Be sure not to cross thread it. This is a plastic cap, so it can cross thread kind of easy. Once you start to thread it and you start to feel back pressure against you, it's going to puncture the CO2, so you want to be sure that you do it kind of fast. That is a loaded CO2 into the CQB revolver. Now to test that it has pressure, take it off of safe, point in a safe direction, and pull the trigger. You should hear the gun fire with some air pressure behind it. That is your loaded CO2 revolver. Now to load your pistol, today we're using Elite Force .2 gram BBs. You would grab a BB and simply put one until it clicks in the front of the shell. You're going to load each shell with 1 BB. This process is rather simple. I don't like to use a speed loader for it just because sometimes you can put too much pressure on the shell and you don't want to force them in there. They sit real nice and easy in there. They're really easy to put in with just using your finger. And like I said, when you're out on the field, remember you will have these 6 shells loaded pre-game. And you also have a speed loader with 6 shells loaded pre-game. So you'll be quickly accessing this pistol and starting to fire rounds. Now let's load the pistol. So we're going to open the chamber here, and we'll begin to put shells one by one in. You'll pull back on this lever and push it in. That is now a loaded pistol. Let's fire it. To remove the pistol from safe so that you're able to fire it, you simply pull back on this lever under the action. Pushed in is safe, pulled out is ready to go. So now fire this pistol 6 times. Remember to always put the gun back on safe when you're done using it. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed our review of the Elite Force CQB Revolver. This revolver retails at your local store for $109.99, so it is a very affordable option for you if you're looking to get a revolver out on the field you play at. These are CQB legal, which means they can be used at most indoor fields across America. So please go to your local retailer and check one out. And if you like it enough, purchase one.